Well, welcome everybody. Obviously this is the day we've been waiting for, right? Yeah, let's celebrate. Our official groundbreaking of our baseball turf and really a bigger project, right? The renovation of our Lenoir-Rhyne baseball field, and this is the first step in that endeavor. And so I want to welcome everybody. I want to recognize a few people. Of course, you'll hear from them shortly, but we've got Rhett Durham with the Durham family. This will become Durham Field, so that's a pretty special thing. I want to welcome Garrett Bear, who is our rep for AstroTurf, who is actually a Lenoir-Rhyne baseball alum. Let's give him a round of applause. We've got our advancement team, and also we have a whole group of people who couldn't be with us today, but our fundraising committee that was instrumental in this project. I want to give you guys a shout out. And finally, our baseball players, guys, this is awesome. I know you're so disappointed that you will no longer be able to roll out that tarp. You never have to do that ever again. I know, don't groan, okay? And you never get to rake or tamp mounds or anything. You get to use all that extra time on studying or taking reps, right, Coach?
Exactly.
Okay, so y'all are probably pretty excited about that. Well, obviously, this is an important moment for for our program. We will enter the 94th season of Lenoir-Rhyne baseball with a huge upgrade. With the Diamond Series AstroTurf product, one of the few Division II programs in the country to have this elite surface, the only Division II North Carolina school to have a full AstroTurf surface, and so we're excited about what this will do for our program and for our players' student-athlete experience. The vision for this really started about a year and 5 months ago when we brought Coach Chris Ramirez to campus, and we were looking for new leadership for our baseball program, and certainly by the time he left, we had a plan for this. We had a vision for it, and it was to become the top Division II program, obviously to lead in our conference and to compete for championships there, to be a top contending Division II program. And for that, we needed not only great culture and great people, great players, we needed a great facility to be able to attract players too. So we're excited about this moment and what this means for our program. But before I transition, I got to recognize a couple people that really made today possible. First, I want to recognize Rhett Durham. Rhett Durham graduated from Lenoir-Rhyne in 1995, and his son is actually enrolled here, swinging golf clubs. His daughter went to school here, and he serves on our executive committee of our Bears Club. And Rhett's not only supported baseball, but he supported all sports, including upgrading our transportation for golf this past year. So can't thank Rhett enough for his support. This will become Durham Field. It's got a nice ring to it, right? But I know it means a lot to he and his family. And I also recognize that your support, Rhett, was transformational in this project. Rhett was the first person to step up and say, I want to support this project. And he was the last person to be able to come through and make a significant contribution to make this happen. So Rhett, we look forward to hearing from you here shortly, and we appreciate you. Let's give Rhett a huge round of applause. And then finally, I've got to recognize our president, Dr. Witt. Not only did he, take ground balls at second base, and he knows the importance of a good playing surface for baseball players, but he really appreciates and values providing our student athletes the best possible experience, right? So we could not have done this without his support of this project, as well as his support from a campus standpoint. And so without further ado, I'd like to welcome Dr. Witt up here to say a few remarks.
How's everybody doing today? I like the gray unis. I haven't seen those before. I guess you wear those on the road most of the time. It's good to see everybody. This is a great day, not just for Lenoir-Rhyne University and Lenoir-Rhyne athletics, but certainly for Lenoir-Rhyne baseball. And as we made the coaching change, I think I told you we're gonna elevate baseball. We're gonna support baseball. We want you to be competitive. And just as this project rises out of the ground, so too will the expectations be for our baseball program. And we know that you'll rise to that occasion. I do want to thank Vice President for Athletics Kim Pate and her leadership. I think it's important to recognize Chris Ramirez, our outstanding baseball coach. I know you guys were on a roll right when the COVID hit last spring. Andy Anderson, the tall gentleman back there, former basketball player, actually is our major guest officer for athletics as well. Has a lot to do with getting the funds needed. And last but not least, Aaron Bessie, who's working really hard to make this happen. Just a great team of folks to work with. This will be a great project. Yes, as an infielder, you know, I'd love to play on a surface like this. Believe it or not, I played on a AstroTurf infield in 1973 at Francis Marion College in South Carolina. It wasn't anything like the turf is today, though. And so I think you're really going to enjoy it. As I step back here and look out this way, I know the importance of making this look just as good as the field's going to look. But it's going to help our recruiting. It's going to help us with weather and not having as many rainouts. You're going to be able to use it over and over. And having coached a little college baseball myself, I understand the time commitment of working on the field. And it's almost as much time as it is working with your players. It'll also help us with a public-private partnership in the community to let others utilize the field. So a lot of positives with this particular project. You know, I can't wait to see it come up out of the ground. I know when you're watching it, it can be a little slow. I took a walk the other day and walked down here to look at it, and I saw a pickup truck. And somebody was just sitting in there watching them move dirt. And I thought, you know, I probably would have done that. And guess who it was? Coach Ramirez and assistant coaches. I just sitting there watching them move dirt, knowing that's progress. You know, we were going to try to do the infield, but I know I was one that pushed really hard. Let's do the whole thing. If we're going to do it, let's do it first class. And that's what we're going to do. And I think you're going to be real pleased about it. I want to thank Rhett Durham. He was one of the first that stepped forward early on. He's been very supportive of Lenoir-Rhyne University. And I want to ask him to come forward and please say a few words. But go Bears.
All right, baseball guys, have you ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time? Raise your hand if you want to be at the right place. A baseball player at LR University, you're at the right place at the right time. You got all the tools, you got a great coach. I've been, believe it or not, at LR when it wasn't such a great time for athletics. And I want to thank President Witt, Dr. Witt, for his leadership in athletics and bringing athletics to the forefront of this experience for you guys. A lot of you guys weren't here. I've seen the change, and it's phenomenal. This is going to be awesome. We're on the start of something great. I am very, very excited about it, and I hope you are too. I think the first thing he did that made a huge difference was hiring Kim Pate. Since they've come on board, it's been athletics, 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 facilities, 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 but then having the insight to bring on Coach Ramirez, who I've gotten to know very well. I think he's a great baseball guy. I think he's a great leader, and I hope you guys see him as a coach's coach, because I think he is. He loves his players. He knows where you are, what you're doing. He's as excited for you as he is for himself for having this facility. So my family is blessed to be a part of this in a small way. We'll be watching, but you know, we get this turf down and we're going to turn it over to you guys. And bring some good things home, bring some trophies home. That's what this is all about. And don't let this opportunity pass you by. You're at a great place at a great time. So thank you, and thank you for my family. We're excited about this, and we're honored to be a part of it.
All right, you know, obviously there's a lot to be thankful for, and you guys have touched on, you know, a lot of the people that we are grateful for, speaking as a coaching staff and as our players here. But obviously, you know, everybody that's you know, allowed us to get this project off the ground. You know, Kim, Fred, Rhett, all of our donors and boosters, the LR baseball alumni, and just the LR Bears family from an alumni support, our administrative staff from across campus. Truly been an awesome experience for me to see how it's done at LR. You know, and I'm the new guy here at LR, and so just completely impressed with with our entire staff and you know, what's gone into getting us here just in a quick amount of time. Whenever we do a project like this or any, you know, what starts for me is how will it impact our players? You know, there's nothing more important to our program than you players, than our players that are here at LR. So everything we do, you know, starts with that priority. And you know, obviously, when we look at, you know, putting in this turf project, it's going to directly impact our program. Recruiting, you have to have high-level, high-talent players. The experience that our players have, that you guys have while you're here at LR, the player experience. You know, this is obviously going to directly impact, you know, the experience that we have as coaches and as players at LR. And then, you know, our ability to develop our players once we have them here. And this is where we spend our time. You know, we're out here on this field every day. So this will directly impact what we do and how we develop as players. So I know from a coaching standpoint, with me and my staff, from our players' standpoint, you know, we're extremely excited about this project. It's going to be the centerpiece to our program. Once this thing gets done, it's going to look awesome. So without further ado, let's get some dirt moved. Let's get the shovels in the ground and go.
We just want to thank all of the donors who helped make this project possible.
Everybody in the community, anybody supporting the Bears that made this possible to get the AstroTurf. We appreciate it more than you would know, and it's going to change the game.
You know, we're really looking forward to getting out here in the spring and win a bunch of baseball games and hopefully bring home some championships. So thank everybody who made this possible.
And we're just really excited to be out here playing on it. Thank you. Go Bears.